Hi guys, this is Dr. Nida with Keys of Health. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and staying indoors. We are observing social distance and most of the places are under a lockdown. It is best that you minimize going outside and get enough groceries to last you at least 2 weeks at a time. Sometimes when it's a situation like this, we panic buy. You won't be going out to the shopping center for another 2 weeks, so you grab things that are non-perishables. Sometimes they're not the healthiest choices. So I've created sort of a grocery list for you, something that will help you make more informed choices when you go shopping, as opposed to more panicked and rushed choices. So without further ado, let's talk about what I have in my list. These are the things that are in my pantry right now, and I would highly recommend you get these as they will keep you from slipping into making unhealthy choices. The first thing I have is oatmeal. Oatmeal is healthy, it helps maintain your cholesterol, it is filling, and it lasts. So it's something that you definitely want to have in your pantry. It is healthier than boxed cereals because boxed cereals are high in sugars. Oatmeal is so versatile, you can add anything to it. You can make it savory, you can make it slightly sweeter, however way you prefer. Lentils is the next thing you want to have. Lentils are healthy, they're full of protein, and they are non-perishables. They last forever in your pantry. Next thing I would recommend is beans, dried or frozen, but not canned. Please try to avoid buying canned goods as much as possible, especially canned tomatoes. The next thing I would recommend adding to your list is chickpeas, dried chickpeas, not canned. Chickpeas last forever in your pantry. They are so versatile. You can add them to salads, you can make hummus, you can dress them the way you want. The next thing in your list should be rice, preferably brown rice because it is whole grain unlike white rice, which means it contains all parts of the grain including the fibrous bran, the nutritious germ, and the carb-rich endosperm. Another thing you should have in your pantry is quinoa. It's a grain, it's filling, it's very, very healthy, and there's so much that you can do with it. And again, it will last for a very, very long time in your pantry. Another thing that I have recently started buying since the lockdown started is frozen fruits and frozen vegetables. They go a long way. Frozen fruits are great when it comes to smoothies, and frozen vegetables are very easy to work with, and I always prefer them over canned vegetables or fruits. Another thing you want to have is nuts. Nuts are a great snack, especially if you have kids at home. They are nourishing, they are full of vitamin E and good fats that you really want to incorporate in your diet, and they're filling. Dried fruits like raisins, dates, figs, apricots, and prunes are great to have in your pantry. They're very nutritious and easy to store, but they are high in sugar, so you want to be cautious of the quantity you consume. Another thing that I would highly recommend you get is molasses, especially carob or pomegranate molasses. They're both highly nutritious and healthy for everybody and very easy for children to take. The next thing you want to have is raw sugar. Please avoid getting white sugar as much as possible. Go for raw sugar. It's possibly the healthiest form of sugar that you can have. The next thing I would recommend is getting powdered milk. Powdered milk is a great thing to have, especially if you have children at home and you might be baking or making things that might require milk. Flour, all-purpose or multigrain, whatever you use, it's a good idea to have that in your pantry as well. Another thing I would recommend you get is baking soda. It has a lot of health benefits, and of course, if you want to do some baking, which I highly recommend, you definitely need baking soda. The next thing you want to get is garlic and ginger. You can get a large quantity, puree it, and refrigerate. If you stored it in an airtight glass jar, it will last for a month without changing taste. Oil and butter, that's another thing you want to make sure you have in your pantry. You can have soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, That's all you need when it comes to flavors or sauteing or dressing your food. Tofu is a great staple. It's high in protein and it lasts for a very long time in the refrigerator. Another thing that I would recommend you explore is tempeh. It's also soybean but fermented, and it is delicious when it's sauteed. You want to grab some ground beef, some chicken, the whole roasting kind, or chicken pieces. You may want to get some wild caught frozen fish fillets. Please avoid farm-raised fish as much as possible. These things can go in your freezer and they will last you easily for 2 weeks. Cheeses. You can get a large quantity, and I know it's unconventional, but you can freeze portions and defrost a portion at a time. It works for me. You definitely want to grab some spices like salt, preferably Himalayan salt and sea salt, black pepper, cayenne, turmeric, cinnamon, clover. If you have these spices in your pantry, you really don't need any other flavors in your food. These will suffice. Herbs like oregano, rosemary, chamomile, mint, these are all great herbs to have in your pantry. You definitely want to grab some pasta just because it's a great staple to have at home and an easy, quick meal. Another thing you can grab is tomatoes. You can buy a bunch, puree them, make portions, and freeze. Anytime you need, you can defrost one portion. They will last you for a couple of months in the freezer easily if you store them properly. You can buy onion, garlic, and potatoes in large quantities. If you store them properly, they can last for months. The ideal place for storing them is a cool, dark, and well-ventilated room that can be your pantry, cellar, basement, or garage. If you have these essentials in your pantry, trust me, you don't need to step out for a very, very long time. You can put together a quick meal, an easy meal with these essentials in your pantry. Please avoid getting packaged goods. Please avoid getting chips, cookies, and junk food. You might as well make your own. It will be healthier, a better option for the whole family. I hope this helps. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I'll see you very soon with another video. Until then, take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified when the next video is available. Take care. Bye-bye.